Module 5, Lesson 3. Decompose non-unit fractions and represent them as a whole number times a unit fraction using tape diagrams. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a non-unit fraction that's less than 1 and take it as use a tape diagram, and we're going to look at it as a whole number times a unit fraction. So let's look at what we have shaded. We have 3/4 here. Okay, if we broke that down into unit fractions, that's 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Okay, if you look at that, well, there are 3/4 in 3/4. We know this because we can count 1/4 3 times. So let's think about how we can use this expressing multiplication. We have 3/4. That's 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, or 3 groups of 1/4. Can we multiply the whole number 3 times 1/4? Yes, we can. If you want to add the same fraction a certain amount of times, instead of adding, we can multiply. Just like you can multiply 6 times 4, you can multiply 1/4 3 times. Okay, let's look at our second problem. It says determine the non-unit fraction greater than 1 that's represented by a tape diagram. Then write the fraction as a whole number times a unit fraction. So we're looking at a fraction that's greater than 1. Okay, this is where, remember, we have to pay really close attention to the brackets. Okay, so let's draw a tape diagram. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, this represents 1. Okay, so our unit fraction is fifths. We have 8 of them though. Notice there's more than 1. Okay, we have 8/5. Well, that's going to be 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more. Okay. Let's take a look at that. So the fraction we have is 8/5. There's our addition sentence. Okay, I had to count just to keep track of my writing. We can write this as a multiplication number sentence. 8/5 is 8 times 1/5. Okay, because we have 1/5 is our unit fraction, and there's 8 of them. Instead of writing this out, we can just say 1/5 times 8, because that still gives us 8/5. Express a non-unit fraction greater than 1 as a whole number times a unit fraction using a tape diagram. Okay, very similar to what we just did. Okay, so let's draw a tape diagram. Okay, taking a look at that, how many pieces make up the whole? Look at the bracket. 1, 2, 3. So our unit fraction is thirds. Well, we have more than one whole. This is 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3. Okay, so we have 5/3. Well, that equals the whole number 5 times 1/3. Now, if we look at the tape diagram, okay, we have 3/3 here, and there's another 2/3 here. So what we can do is we can write 1 unit at a time. We can say that 5/3 equals 3 times 1/3 plus we have 2 times 1/3. Okay? Okay, it still equals 5/3 because this 3 times 1/3 is 3/3 plus 2 times 1/3, well that's 2/3. Okay, that still equals 5/3, but we're just using the parentheses. Okay? Alright, please go ahead and work on your problem set. Be sure to watch the video again if you need to. You may also work with a partner. And make sure your problem set is checked, and then you will be given some homework problems to do. The exit ticket is on Shobi.